And we've been talking about the race car drivers having trouble with this track. How about the pace car driver?
So we are going to assume this is Brett Bodine just because it's fun.
And he's normally the pace car driver.
But, yeah, I hadn't seen one. There he is behind us.
Slides and backs it into the tire wall. And these tire barriers are all around the track.
I got to drive the NBC car in a little while. I'm nervous. So here you go. He's loose. Yeah, loose way early on corner entry.
That's what we're going to see all weekend, guys. 10 car went through there, still got the splitter on there.
That's right. That's right.
Hopefully we see more of that.
Here's Stenhouse.
17.
That's pretty good contact there.
Hitting the wall. Turn 4.
Yep. That's actually, and you got Ricky Stenhouse carrying too much speed around turn 3 and into turn 4. Never had a chance to really gain control of the car into the tire barrier pretty hard there. Here, entering turn 1. Ooh,
they're calling that heartburn.
Gosh, how did he not hit something?
Here's Austin. Oh, where's he going? He's way out there.
I know Austin is an outdoorsman, but I think he needs to stay on the asphalt.
It is a planting season.
Yeah.
This really sums up the day. I mean, it has been frustrating for a few drivers, but nobody, I'm sure, is more frustrated than Bubba Wallace in the 43. 3 times he has been completely around.
But he hadn't hit anything.
How about that? How about that right there?
Still hadn't hit anything.
A little drifting for Bubba Wallace, but what a day it has been. 12 in the wall here.
See if that thing moves. See how far that moves. Drivers continue to contact that in the race.
Oh, he knows he's in trouble.
Wow. All right, so it slid that wall over. Guy's going to hit that.
Yeah, look what it did.
And you heard him say, I was
fender, left front fender for Ryan Blaney. And they'll have to repair it again.
Let's take a look. He just gets loose and he's nowhere to go.
And wow.
And that's a moment that you're thankful that wall is designed to move.
Is correct. Oh, man.
Huge impact there.
And Steve, you've mentioned it, that backstretch chicane is so inviting because it invites you to carry so much speed through there.
Well, it invites you and it's required. I mean, everybody I've talked about says this would be a good shot at right here. It's real time. Wow. So, you know, it's inviting, and what people have told me,
Steve,
this is turn 3, right next to the old panic patio.
It's the same exact time Bubba Wallace had his issue, and that's the same spot that
There's a car in front of them.
Oh, took a peek there around Ryan Newman, and
there's no real estate.
Oh, man. Again, holy Toledo. Well, you hit those turtles, and you literally fly in the air.
A ways back. He must catch him dramatically.
Pay attention to 31.
Happens quick.
Guys, that is the biggest problem with that corner, is that it is single groove. You saw he was half a car out of the groove and had no ability to turn that car.
Climbing out of the car.
Guys, this looks like it almost starts in the right-hander of 16. Get y'all's opinions. He takes this right here.
Oh, just carrying too much speed. Couldn't get the car turned.
Here's what happened to him yesterday. Around and smack.
It just gets loose into that right-hander, and you see the
kid, Matt Tift, had this going through 16, coming to 17, Steve.
Yeah, and you can see he's just wide in 16 and then has no chance to save it. The bigger concern is, was there any damage as he went over those blue curbing? It looks okay, but Kelly...
Didn't run in very deep, but just couldn't get to stop a
So
curve.
the 13 is...
Spun already out in front.
And the 38 goes straight.
That is a big hit. Takes away part of the banner there.
Just concerned from the wall angle. I mean, you're going to see right here, this is not directly head on, but very close. He misses the tires, hits the safer barrier. You know, we saw a practice accident going into
Editor doesn't want to get this wrong. Here's how it happened.
This just going to ask you to overdrive.
Don't need to do that.
Oh, yeah, just loose. So right there behind him, you don't see it yet, but right there behind him, conferences, my daughter's science teacher said, hey, where should I watch this new Roval from? And I said, well, first of all, there's not a bad seat in the house. Did you see contact to that tire barrier for the 20 of Christopher Bell?
That point in the wrong direction, Dave. See right there under braking. I don't know if he had a little bit of wheel hop there, or just got loose. That's no problem, right?
See what happened to Spencer. Turn 1.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
Look how close he came to getting that thing in the fence. Oh, my God.
Carrying a little too much speed.
I bet his whole team had a heart attack.
Look at that.
Can't cut it much closer.
You know, look at the wall. Of course, they'll just stay green. Same place Denny had trouble earlier today. This time for a different reason. Oh.
Just barely caught it there, but that sent him up the wall, or up the track into the wall. Sure enough, take a look.
Yeah, this is rear chicane. You're rewarded for going through there with a high rate of speed, but if you miss it wrong, you're going to pay a penalty.
Move that tire barrier back off of the racetrack about probably 8 inches.
He just couldn't do it. Wow.
A big hit.
Yeah, hey, if I'm another driver, I'm thinking, heck yeah, keep moving that thing out of the way. It's Bubba Wallace coming out of turn 8.
Bubba also has not had a good day. That's number 4.
When I talked to his crew chief.
And this is off in the distance. You see him, brakes locked up.
Wow, man. I mean,
Wow, that was a big hit.
it's crazy how. So he slaps the driver's side with the tire barrier. See what he did here. Entering turn 5 uphill. Just got in there too hot on this cool down lap.
You wouldn't expect that.
I mean, he may have been trying to run another lap. You can see a little contact there. That should be okay. Some guys did run 2 laps, so he may have been trying to run a second lap and improve his time because he's 8th, and maybe he just, knew him.
A bit ago, this is entering turn 1. You can see him. He just gets away from him, tried to put the throttle down and around the car win, and that's what we're hearing so much of these drivers are talking about. If you push it all and you overstep your bounds, before you know it, the car's around.
A little bit of a scare for Justin Allgaier. He didn't like to.
Tim Cindric is the president at Team Penske, has been there and worked with that organization for many years.
Oh, there
And can he hang on to it? No, he's going to go around. Just as we're touting his abilities, he spins it. Daniel Hemrick now out front.
So he spun through the grass. He's on what part of the original
Watch
road
out
course.
here.
Be careful pulling back in.
All clear right there.
Austin Cindric has just got to clean up with his driving in these Xfinity cars. You can see the car just came around on him. You're leading the race. It's okay to run second. It's still a long way to go in this race. You cannot make these mistakes at this time of the race, Marty.
And Austin just said on the
Working the infield road course. And they'll make their way
We got
now.
spin back there at the top of the screen.
Sure enough, right out of turn number 6.
The JD Motorsports cars. 15, Catherine Legg.
Catherine Legg able to straighten it back out, back into the grass, and going the right direction now. No call.
Getting back on the racetrack.
She got a little help from that white car on the inside there.
Curbs, and you see right here, this is trying to rejoin the racetrack. That is a major.
And that we must pass on. We stand for great gear, fair prices, expert service, and memorable experiences. At Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's, we stand together for you. Come in.
4. So these guys kind of all checked up behind the 90. And the 2, Matt Teff gets in the teammate. Gets into him a little bit there. Brandon came down on, I believe, from that angle.
That's why it's so valuable for him.
There's the 7 of Justin Allgaier going around. May have had a little help from Cindric.
That's what he claims, Rick, and he is not happy about it.
Oh, hit him right in that rear end, right in the wheel. You see the rear axle moving around. Right along with Austin Cindric.
2 car left.
Yeah, he basically gets spun out. I know he came off from pit road
High.
and blends and.
A lot of guys up front that have never won an Xfinity race. Now with only 22 laps to go, it's going to get aggressive. There it starts.
There it is, turn one. They pile up. We saw Ryan Truex get into the wall, and then the 5 got pushed back out. And that's Michael Annett that was sideways in the number 5, and everybody piling into him.
Look at 11. Overdrives entry. Slows down, trying to miss the wall. Gets into all these guys coming in there hot. Stage 3, man. It's going to be like this, I think, the rest of the race.
It tightens down into a funnel when you come out of turn number.
And then this most recent accident here, guys. This is what the restarts are going to look like.
Or where you're at.
Stand there, just a little too fast. Got on the brakes and locked them up and just head on in the wall. And it's a very deceiving corner. You see that wall just collapse. It's a very deceiving corner, Junior.
Problem that Justin Marks had. 15 spins coming out of turn 8, bumps the wall. He was out of the line, so
He's got something going on.
They have a tire coming apart or something. It looks like the right front's a little bit low, Steve.
See it bouncing the car?
Right front tire issue.
And he runs into the wall.
Almirola, that's Almirola.
Almirola avoiding it, gets into the wall hard.
And now if I'm any other car with the 24 and a flat.
11 points to the good, but you can see the 24 going up the racetrack on the flat right front. Eric catches him and just hits the wall hard.
24 has made it to pit road. If you're wondering, maybe he'll make a move here down to 1.
And we have the 2 cars spinning in the
78 as well. Keselowski and the 78 of Mark Truex Jr. are around.
Now the 78 is going to stop just in front of the 2 because he missed the chicane. I think.
Keselowski in. Oh, both guys just in way too deep. Like the 78 was in too deep, and Brad
was judging off of him.
Yeah, using him, and he just both ended up driving in too deep.
Those 2 guys are in position. They are positioning themselves to win this race.
But when you wreck through the chicane, you know,
Chris Buescher has some bad damage on the front of his car, and I believe Chris Buescher was very slow, splitter on the ground. Austin had to avoid him, and I think that outside line is very dirty. We have not been running outside.
You see way up ahead, riding along with Jeffrey Earnhardt.
Remember, he had damage earlier.
It's pretty good contact, hard hit into the wall, blew a right front tire.
A tire or something, don't you think, Jim?
Yeah, I'd say blew right front tire, broke something in the right front suspension. 2. Heading into turn 5. I mean, this is a tricky little corner. The 37 gets off the track. So what happened to Eric Almirola here? Did he join him?
Separate issues.
Coming up over 6. Oh, wow. Did Eric get sent by the 17, I wonder?
Oh, Bojangles got spit off, though. Didn't get caught.
Bojangles, that should be a dollar less here on this restart. Well, moves in. Oh, look at that. He runs into the 17. The 19 hits him in the back. The 17 has a tire rub. He probably has a left rear tire going down as well. Similar to what the 20 had. Here's the 20 spin coming out of the back straightaway, turn 12. Left around the pit road.
Advantage of it, right? Once he get back on the racetrack, he was patient blending back with traffic.
This is the 31 going around of Newman. Newman out of the 31 and into the 6. Take a look at what happened with Ricky Stenhouse Jr.
Wheel hops down into that corner, gets in there too far and just starts to wheel hop and can't stop. You can't, once the wheels hop begins, there's no runoff here. You're going to hit something.
On the inside, Larson on the outside. Back up through the gears they go. A little shove from Mark Truex Jr. And too hard through 1. Keselowski, Larson, both into the wall. They pile up, and the Tums heartburn turn. Caution coming out again.
No grip. We're going.
Trevor Bayne in the 6 also involved.
Right there, he knows he's in trouble, got the left front locked up, and now just nowhere for these guys to go. I think even the 18, he was in too deep.
A lot of guys really did have a lot of trouble getting out of the corner. That is so strange to have so many cars overshoot the same corner on restart.
understanding the grip. You know, you have to trust that the car, even they just the 21, the 18.
So we've had a lot of laps without a restart through that turn. Guys continuing to run that bottom preferred line and dirtying up that outside line.
Look at our guys battling for that last spot, transferring to playoffs.
What I'm worried about right here, Eric Almirola, he goes out of sight. Well,
78 tucked up tight with him here. 78 trying to come to the middle with the 2. Still inside. Tight left, tight left. All right, good.
And then they will roll them again. But race leader Brad Keselowski, Kyle Larson into the wall. Many of the playoff contenders having a problem. Banked curve at Charlotte Roval. Now he goes to the inside. Here comes Jimmy Johnson.
Oh!
Locks the brakes up.
Oh, he's
and he's going to slide. He slides through the middle. Truex gets tagged. Now it'll be a fight for the finish line. Ryan Blaney in the 12 will win.
He stopped. He came to a full stop to make sure that he was good with NASCAR. Where's he going to finish?
48, 78.
After the race.
Look at that. That was after the checkered flag had been out. And Martin Truex Jr. showing his frustration. Again, this was the final 2 turns. They were coming up on 16 and 17.
Jimmy trying to get down in that corner too hard. Now Jimmy stops here. Watch. Now, stop. So I believe the 48 is going to be good on his scoring, and Ryan Blaney sneaks through.
Jimmy Johnson driving hard in the corner, just too much speed. Truex saw it, tried to avoid him, just couldn't avoid him.
so we have a lot of stuff. So this car right here, you're going to see the 96 get spun out. Why this matters is because Kyle Larson needs this spot.
The 42, take a look at this.
Before the chicane,
Drive the way it is.
and here,
All down here in
keep
the front.
coming because the 96 is here wrecked.
You gotta beat this 96. Drop the wall, drive off the wall.